Здравствуйте, ребята! Сегодня мы готовим ребро. Американский ribs, barbecued style. They're going to be fantastic. Luckily, мой очень хороший друг Паша, американский football player по-русски. Это очень отлично. I'm a huge fan of football, so I was very excited that Pasha is going to join me. And so thanks for coming. We're going to make some ribs.
Всем привет! Сегодня мы будем пытаться приготовить ребрышки вместе с Джерри. Я сам большой любитель кухни, в том числе и самих ребрышек. И сегодня вы будете наблюдать, как это приготовить.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prep our ribs. And in order to prep the ribs, you need to take your ribs and flip them onto the back side. And on ribs, there is a small membrane. And it's really tiny. You can use a spoon to get underneath it.
Да нет, просто сложный кусок. Вроде я просто не помню, когда у меня последний раз даже так тяжело снимались эти пленки.
And here I don't see any, so we're good. I don't see any more membrane. And this one's really light on the membrane, lots of fat, which is good and it'll be tasty, but not much of that silver skin. And of course this side looks fantastic. So let's get Pasha in here and he can go ahead and try to get his started.
Ну, попробуем тогда, что получится с другим куском, может он пойдет полегче.
Молодец. Лучше, чем меня.
Ну, как-то так.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our rub. And today for our rub, we're going to use a little bit of brown sugar. We're going to also use some красный перец, чуть-чуть, и соль, чуть-чуть. And we'll add those on. So take 2 spoons, 3 and 4 spoons of brown sugar, and 1 spoon of красный перец, and 1 spoon of salt. And what this is going to do is add some sweetness to the flavor of the ribs. So we'll just take that, and we're going to rub it all over the ribs. And don't be afraid of using too much because it's going to just add lots of flavor as this fat on these ribs melt, and some of the extra rub will just fall off. So. And we're all set. So we let these sit to get to room temperature, and then as soon as they're been sitting for about an hour or so, that'll give us a chance to get our grill all started. And today we're going to be cooking them on the grill offset heat. So this is like indirect heat. We're going to have the heat in one source, and then we're going to have the meat on the other side of the grill. So they're not directly over the flame, and this gives them a chance to cook slowly. So we'll let them sit and we'll get outside and start up our grill. All right, so in order to get our charcoal started, we don't need any of these fans or chimii. You can get rid of those. You don't need them. Instead, you just need a chimney. And these are fantastic. You can get them at many different places in the city, but it's an easy way to start your charcoal. So we went ahead and put some paper on the bottom there. We're gonna get some good chunks of our ugle, and you don't want small pieces. No small pieces like this. You want bigger pieces. And you add those in. And then we're going to start our fire. Get lighter. And what we're looking for is for the smoke to be coming up through here. If you put a lot of the small pieces, it will clog the chimney and we won't get any smoke coming out the top. It'll be coming out the bottom and we don't want that. So we got good smoke here. So we'll let that get started. And now we can walk away, and in about 10 minutes, our charcoal will be ready and we can add it to the grill. All right, so our charcoal's only been started for maybe 10 minutes. It's all really good to go. It's white hot. I have to wear gloves just to move it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it and add it to our grill. And I'm just gonna pour it off to one side, and we're gonna add some more pieces right on top of it. And these smaller pieces will catch really, really quickly, and we'll have a good amount of heat. And I'm trying to make it more like a pyramid, and this way we're gonna get as much heat coming up as possible, kind of like the chimney does. And what we've done is we've covered the grates with aluminum foil, and the reason I did that was because the grates were a little dirty and I wanted to go ahead and get some heat to melt some of the excess fat and stuff that's on those grates. And so we're gonna close this up and let the heat just burn off these grates and get them nice and hot. And once the grates, these here, are nice and hot, we are going to go ahead and add the meat on top of them. So let's shut this up here. And we're good to go, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 maximum. Okay, so our charcoal is all ready now. We're about ready to add on the meat. And so the last thing we have to do is pull off the foil, and then we're gonna spread out our grill and add the meat on from there.
Джерри, но у нас обычно используют мангал для приготовления мяса на улице. Есть какой-нибудь другой вариант приготовления данного блюда в условиях обычной дачи или открытого воздуха?
So usually people don't have a grill like we do, and this is a smoker. So you can see, normally we put our charcoal in here, we add some wood, and we get just smoke, and then it comes through and we cook the meat. But I understand most people don't have this kind of setup at home or at dacha. Поэтому сегодня мы готовим мясо with indirect heat. So we put the charcoals on one side, and we're going to actually put the meat on this side. And you can do this with your mangal at home or at dacha or wherever, and you can just put your charcoal on one side of it, get your meat over on the other side, and even if you use shampuri, you can just rotate that meat and cook it slow. And if you do it for a couple hours, you're gonna get really tasty, juicy meat instead of cooking it super fast like we tend to do with shashlik and with other meat on the mangal. By cooking it slow, we get really flavorful, juicy, tender meat, and that's how we want our ribs. Okay, so we're gonna add the meat on now. Posh, if you wanna go ahead and pull off the foil here. Let's go ahead and get that out of here. There's one more piece, and I'm gonna just, with my glove, of course, slide this over. Our grate is now nice and hot. We don't need these. We're gonna put it right over here. Let me get my glove off, and let's add these ribs on. And we'll actually hear a little bit of sizzle as they go on. And now they're on there good. So let's go ahead and close this up, and we'll come back and check on it later. So Posh, you want to help me go ahead and close this, and we'll be back in an hour. Okay, so it's been about an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and check on our ribs. So Posh, look at these. So you can see it's already started to cook all the way around from the indirect heat. It's not just cooking from the bottom up. So I'm just going to go ahead and rotate these over like this. And we're gonna get them a little bit further away from the heat. And you notice they're up. We don't have them on the bottom shelf, we have them on the top shelf, just to get them a little bit of distance from the heat and let them slow cook. So We'll go ahead and let those sit for another about an hour, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna add sauce, check the temperature, and see if they're ready to go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure our ribs are done, so let's go ahead and check them. We have our thermometer right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just check to see. You wanna check an area without the bone, and we're looking for 62 degrees Celsius. So we'll wait to see if it beeps, and if it beeps, then we know that our ribs are cooked all the way through and they're safe to eat. So wait, we're at 59 and we're at 61, so just about perfect. So there's the beep. We'll go ahead and try the next one. Okay, so it's saying this one's not quite done. So let's see where we are with another spot. We're very close. So and we see we're at 61 on the back end. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the sauce on, and then we're gonna rotate. So you see in the back end, it's already done. So this area over here needs a little bit more cooking. So what we're gonna do is just rotate these over after Pasha adds the sauce. So let's go ahead and get Pasha in here. Go ahead and just brush some barbecue sauce right on there. Oh, that's good, great. All right, let's do the other one. Okay, so now you have those covered. Let's go ahead and rotate them over and let you add some barbecue sauce to the other side. And this time, just a thin layer. Yeah, thin, so that's good for that side, and let's do the other. All right, great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this over the coals because we had that one portion that wasn't quite done. So we'll put this over the directly over the heat now for just a couple minutes. And I'd say we'll check on this in about 10-15 minutes. And then once we do that, I'm sure everything will be up to temperature, and then we'll start eating. Okay, so we're all set. We got our ribs. They're right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up, Pasha, and let you try one out. So I'm just gonna cut in between the ribs here and get you one to try. Go ahead and dip that in some of that sauce there. Tell me what you think. Fantastic stuff, isn't it?
Fantastic stuff.
It's amazing.
Отличный, просто отличнейшие ребрышки.
Need an extra bite. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, dig in. So this is all you need. If you don't have a big grill or a mangal, you can always do this in your oven. Just set your oven to about 90 centigrade, and slow cook your ribs with a little bit of sauce. If you don't know how to make a good barbecue sauce, make sure you check out our video on how to make great Amerikanski barbecue sauce, because we have that. Just take a look at the link here, and I give you a great tutorial on a really basic, easy barbecue sauce. So good luck. I appreciate you taking a look, and glad Pasha was here to eat some good food. Glad you liked it.
Спасибо большое.
He could not do a speech without a teleprompter. It's absolutely horrible. Everything he ever said was scripted, including his interviews. Even his interviews for television, he has a teleprompter. Fucking loser.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, well.
Рад. Чё?
All right, just a reminder, like our videos, make sure you subscribe, like us, comment, hit the little notification bell on YouTube. Let us know what you think in the comment section, because we love the feedback. best of all, make sure you subscribe to our Instagram, because our Instagram is going to have some outtakes, some funny stuff that goes on behind the scenes while we're making the videos, as well as some other cool things. Also on the Instagram, you're going to know exactly when we're going to release a new video, even before everybody else.